Hey fellow Vault Wearers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I want to talk about endgame armor choices. What should you choose? Depending on your role, on your build, and on your goals in the game, and what's actually valuable. I will not be talking about every single possible armor that is in the game, as inferior armors I will skip. I will only talk about top grade armors for its own category, and regular armors, no power armor talk in this particular video. Therefore, let's get started. First, Brotherhood Recon armor. That's the armor I'm currently wearing. There you were able to see how it's look like. And what is this armor? Apart from the look, of course, look is subjective and you can certainly choose your armors based on look. But there is more than that. What you need to know about this armor. It is an armor for a tank, because there is no special bonuses to stealth and there is not even a shadowed option. Therefore, it's not good for stealth, but it does offer really high resistance. And of course, all the pieces I do have modded, and this particular armor does offer jetpack option. Therefore, it is good for tanks that want to fly high. Now, total resistance with this armor equipped without anything else. This resistance is basically from armor, no other bonuses, no perks, no under armor bonus. Under armor I'm wearing is a plain one, without any upgrades. Therefore, 377 ballistic, 237 energy and 237 radiation resistance. This is your choice if you basically want to play as a Brotherhood, or if you plan to use ballistic weapons only and use grounded mutation, as if you don't know, grounded mutation will boost your energy resistance by a lot, by 100. Therefore, it will be way higher. And over 100 if you have strength in numbers, therefore basically you will round it up. Ballistic resistance and energy resistance. But there is second choice that I prefer personally, and that's Secret Service armor. And Secret Service armor cannot be crafted not a legendary, like you cannot have non-legendary Secret Service. That's why I will show you based on my set that I do own. And similar to Brotherhood armor, you can have quite high resistance and a jetpack. Therefore, they basically the same. The difference between them, Secret Service armor is it's much more balanced across resistances and do not have as high damage resistance, the ballistic resistance, but do offer higher energy and radiation resistance. If you equip all the pieces, you will have 327 ballistic, 297 energy, and it actually supposed to be 297 radiation. I just happen to have two pieces with extra radiation resistance as legendary effect. Therefore, it is boosted by 50, but it should be 297, then it's very rounded. Overall, if you add it all up, it's slightly higher than Brotherhood armor, but do you want it or do you want more ballistic resistance? Basically depend if you plan to use grounded mutation. Grounded mutation pairs better with Brotherhood armor if you want to round it all up. But if you use Secret Service armor and you don't want to use grounded mutation, those stats are generally better. Look-wise, it does not look very good. Oh, I keep my mask equipped without the mask. There is the mask for Secret Service I do not even own, but generally it's bulky, big and weird looking in my opinion compared to boss armor. Visually, this one is totally different and weird, but you can of course wear outfit over it and it will totally neglect any aspect of visual performance, let's say. Therefore, this is your second option for a tank. Those two options are valuable for a tank. Next, for endgame build, you can choose to go with Vault 94 armor, either solar or torn. Let's start with a solar armor. And similar situation here, you cannot craft non-legendary, and there is more that you need to know about the solar armor. And a lot of things will be the same for the Solar and Thorn, then I will only mention differences later. First, it does work differently than any other armor when you will craft it. You will need Vault Steel for crafting, it's always guaranteed to be 3-star and it's random, but you cannot re-roll it. You can only craft new pieces. Therefore, getting set with effects you desire is way harder than with any other armor piece. That's what you should know. As well, you cannot craft modifications. You need to buy box mods from Enclave Bunker. What's weird, but that's how it works. You cannot learn them, you cannot craft them, you need to buy ready mods and install them. Then those are basically downsides. Now the plus side. Solar armor have additional benefit. Regenerate health for you and nearby teammates while your health is above 60%. It is pretty nice effect. You can see it exactly how it works in my full review of Solar armor. If you want to just search it in YouTube, Solar armor Angry Turtle something, you will find it. And resistance is way lower. I can show you the resistance from this armor. We go under stats and just quick mention. The poison resistance and radiation resistance comes from legendary effects that I roll on it. It shouldn't be in here by default. By default, with the boss mods, as I already have shadowed mods installed, you will get 223 and 147. Therefore, way lower, but plus side is shadow mods. Shadow mods improve your stealth. Therefore, I'm way more stealthy with this armor set than tanky armor sets. That's a plus side. This is how it's look like. Basically the same look we will get from Thorn, then I would not show it separately. This is how this armor looks like. It's up to you if you actually like it or not. It's a matter of taste if you want those veins. It's quite cool, in my opinion. The look is quite cool. And this is like the best support armor. If you want to go support and you want to be stealthy, this is a pick for you. This is very unique ability for this armor to regenerate your health and your teammates that are nearby. Next, difference between this and Thorn armor. The Thorn armor have different set effect. Thorn armor is for melee. Targets and melee attackers bleed. Harder to detect while sneaking. Therefore, it's even more stealthy and provides you extra bleed damage with melee attacks and against melee attackers. It was nerfed, therefore it doesn't stack anymore. The damage is 250 over 5 seconds. Or over 10 seconds. 250 over 10 seconds. Therefore it is visible. It is quite nice damage boost. But not as good as it used to be. Very good for stealth as well, as I said. The same resistance as the Solar armor and the same situation as the Solar armor. Next option for armor, it's basically one piece armor, Chinese stealth armor. This armor will give you invisibility whenever you crouch. It prevents diseases from waterborne hazards and reduce falling damage. Does offer some resistance and very high radiation resistance. It does work as a hazmat suit. Therefore, on top of 1000 radiation resistance, there is 90% radiation reduction. Therefore, it is a good choice. You can get the plan for this after doing Settler's questline. If you miss on that, you can buy it for 4000 gold bullion. And it is expensive if you missed on that. Here how it's look like. It does look really cool, and as soon as you crouch, you go invisible. There is a helmet as well that goes with it, but it's not necessary. Armor is fully functional even without wearing any helmet. The resistance it offers is as stated. This is one piece, 140, 140, 1000. You cannot make it legendary, that's another thing. It's a nice piece, but cannot be legendary. It's only one piece. It's too big of a downside for most people, unless you really like the look and invisibility. you can go for it, but usually it will be too big of a downside that it cannot be a legendary. Next one is Covered Scout Armor, and this is a very special set. It is as well Scout Armor, therefore modifications need to be bought, cannot be learned, similar to Solar Armor. But apart from that, it's totally different. You craft it as non-legendary, and you can make it legendary, and you can reroll it. It does come with a set effect, basically per piece effect. Improved stealth in dark areas, which is basically the same effect as Shadowed, but it does stack with Shadowed, therefore it's like double Shadowed if you go with Shadowed modification on it, and you should, because that's the reason to pick this armor, to go double Shadowed and be very invisible. The resistance will be again similar to Scout Armor, but there is a bonus. All those pieces have slightly higher resistance, especially this extra 10 radiation resistance from this armor, which makes this full set provides you with 50 radiation resistance, 197 energy, 223 ballistic resistance, which makes it better than Solar or Torn in regards of resistances, but effect is different. It's basically better for stealth, easier to craft legendary variants as you can keep rerolling, what you cannot do with Torn and Solar, and it does not cost an Evolved Steel to craft. It's at this moment, this armor is the best for stealth, if not including stealth suit. Therefore, it is ultimate choice for stealth characters, especially playing solo, and if you don't care about any other effects. This one provides you the best stats. And that will conclude your endgame options. Therefore, it's up to you what you want, but 5 armors are your choices. Covered Scout Armor, Solar Armor, or Tor Armor for stealth, those are 3 options for stealth, or Brotherhood Armor or Secret Service Armor for tank, where Brotherhood Armor and Secret Service Armor gives you a jetpack option, which is hard to miss on. Unfortunately, stealth armor sets do not offer that. And I hope this quick overview of all the endgame options for armor will help you out with your choice. Or if you already made one, let me know what is your endgame armor and why. I'm eager and waiting to hear your opinion about my overview or your choices. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching and see you all in the next one.